From The National, this is Trending Middle East. I'm Yasmin Al-Taji. It's Monday, September 8th. Here are today's headlines. Israel has offered up what it's called a comprehensive proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza, but sources who spoke to The National have dismissed it as unsubstantial. Sources said over the weekend the proposal was handed to Hamas on Friday. It came through veteran Israeli peace activist and researcher Gershon Baskin. The National's Hamza Hendawi reports.
The sources described the proposal as another time-buying tactic by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government. They said the proposal envisaged the release of all hostages held by Hamas. There are 48 of them, of whom 20 are believed to be alive.
The proposal also envisioned Hamas would lay down its arms.
Sources said the proposal provides for the exit from Gaza of Hamas leaders. However, they added, it generally lacked details or even a mention of key issues such as Israel's withdrawal from Gaza, which is a key Hamas condition for agreeing to a long-term ceasefire. Also omitted from the proposal is the number of Palestinians held in Israeli jails who would be freed as part of the deal.
Israel hadn't officially responded to a previous iteration on the table, which was a Qatari-Egyptian proposal for a ceasefire. It mirrors a plan presented earlier this year by U.S. President Donald Trump's Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff. Meanwhile, Israel has closed its airspace above southern Ramon Airport after a drone launched from Yemen landed in the area and injured 2 people. The Israeli army said several drones are fired towards its territory from Yemen. Some were intercepted, but one drone, quote, fell in the Ramon Airport area, unquote. Houthi rebels in Yemen regularly launch drones at Israel, but it's relatively rare that they cause damage. The Middle East is back online after several countries were impacted by damage to underwater internet cables over the weekend. 2 major subsea fibre-optic cables were reported damaged in the Red Sea near Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The cause of the cuts is unknown as of Sunday evening. The Red Sea is a critical telecommunications route connecting Europe to Africa and Asia through Egypt. Repairing subsea cables in the area can be a long and difficult task. The National's Rory Reynolds is here with more.
There are a number of aspects of this story that we don't fully understand at this time, but what we do know is this. On Saturday, the 6th of September, Saturday just gone, there was a major subsea cable issue in the sort of fiber optic cables that run underneath the Red Sea. They connect Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, and they're basically the lifeblood of the internet that keep things moving. What seems to have happened is that a number of these cables on the seabed were severed. We don't know how or why, and we first came to learn of it when Microsoft came out and published a statement on its website saying that its Azure cloud services had been affected by this incident. Microsoft is obviously just one customer in the many people that use subsea cables. So in the UAE, for example, Doo and Etisalat customers, these are the 2 main telecom companies, found their internet slowing to a crawl.
The Red Sea has been a hotbed for attacks on shipping routes by Yemen's Houthi rebels since the start of Israel's war in Gaza in October of 2023. There were fears that this weekend's cut could be attributed to them, but the Houthis haven't claimed responsibility, and they've denied attacking lines in the past. Subsea cable cuts can be attributed to a number of factors, including anchors dropped from ships, fishing vessels, and even marine life like sharks. About 70% of past incidents were accidental.
It seems that although the subsea cables haven't been physically fixed to our knowledge, that they've been rerouted. All of this incident puts the spotlight on sort of how potentially vulnerable subsea cabling can be.
Iraq wrapped a first-of-its-kind energy event this weekend. The first ever Baghdad International Energy Forum ran Saturday and Sunday. It was said to be aimed at cementing the country's role as a key player in the global energy market after decades of war and instability. The National's Sinan Mahmoud reports from Baghdad.
It was a landmark couple of days at the first Baghdad International Energy Forum. Over Saturday and Sunday, OPEC several senior regional oil officials, experts, and representatives of international energy companies gathered right here in the capital, Baghdad, to hash out the pressing issues shaping our energy future. One of the most important things came out from the forum was from the Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed al-Sudani. During his opening remarks, he urged OPEC to reconsider Iraq's oil export quota, arguing it doesn't fully reflect the country's vast reserves and production potential.
Despite being OPEC's largest producer behind Saudi Arabia, Iraq was in the past unable to develop its vast resources and play an influential role in the global energy market. That was due to decades of war, UN-imposed economic sanctions, and instability. In 2009, with security improved, Iraq started to open its oil fields to international companies for development. They included the US's ExxonMobil, Royal Dutch Shell, the UK's BP, and more. That's all for this morning's headlines. You can get these stories and follow our live coverage at thenationalnews.com. Yasmin Al-Taji, The National.